I'm Jackson Carter, and here with me is Brandon Smith. This is the Rundown.
Tell them what's on tap for today, Jackson.
Well, Brandon, we are serving up around the Tiger baseball player Davis Ward. Here we go.
Davis Ward is a starting pitcher on the Ouachita Tiger baseball team. For those of you that understand baseball lingo, Ward is without a doubt the ace in the rubber for the Tigers. Wearing number 26 on his uniform, he's a junior out of Little Rock Christian Academy. He has been a vital part of the pitching staff since his freshman year, throwing a total of 31 innings.
Ward has been even more impressive in his sophomore year, in which he pitched 88 innings and had an ERA just under 4. He started 14 games and had more complete games than the rest of the pitching staff combined.
That is pretty impressive, and this season has been no different as the Tigers rely on Ward to get it done on the mound every outing. So far, Ward has thrown for 79 innings, which is 26% of the innings the Tigers have played in all season long. He has an incredibly low ERA, and when Ward has pitched, the team has outscored their opponents by a score of 54-32.
Davis has been named GAC Player of the Week twice this season, including a couple weeks ago when Ward threw a complete 9-inning game, only giving up 1 run. He also had a career high, striking out 14 batters.
Well, you can only do so much as a pitcher, so I trust my defense a lot. I came in as a freshman, and I was more of a power pitcher. I threw hard, a lot harder than I do now as a freshman. I got mono, didn't throw as hard, got hit pretty well. And so that forced me to add some new pitches to make my fastball move, and it turned me more into a ground ball pitcher. And so last year I had a good season just getting ground balls and pop-ups, not many strikeouts. And then this year I kind of added some of that velocity back, so I still have the mentality of a ground ball pitcher, but you know, every now and then you get a few strikeouts, which is good. So just trust your defense, basically.
Davis Ward is definitely the reason to go watch the Tiger baseball team as they close out their season.
Hey, look, now you know, Davis Ward's a hero.
Yeah, all right, let's take it away to Mitchell and Tyler.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the intramural segment of our show. My name is Mitchell Kelly, and alongside me here is my good friend Tyler Davis. This week we're going to be covering the men and women that are key to any sporting event. Yes, that's right. Today we're going to give you guys an inside look at intramural referees and the daily responsibilities that they have with rec sports.
That's right, Mitch. We're giving you behind-the-scenes look at the student referees who make intramurals possible. Actually, our very own host, Mitchell Kelly, is a ref here at Ouachita. So why don't you tell them a little bit about what goes into the games?
Absolutely. Refs start out with a week of specialized training in each sport to make sure they know the in and outs of the games before the season begins. On average, refs spend about a week learning the intramural sport at hand, as well as spending about 3 to 4 hours mastering the different responsibilities and motions that come with the respective referee of that sport. From being an umpire for softball to being a sideline ref for basketball, the life of a rec sports ref is ever-changing.
Today, we want to give you guys the chance to meet 3 of the rec sports refs. We caught up with Jared Launch, DeMarcus Thornton, and our very own Mitchell Kelly to give you guys a first-person account of what it takes to be a referee.
Being a ref isn't necessarily easy. A lot of people say it's one of the more demanding work-study jobs, but it is just a work-study job. I get paid $900 a semester to do this day in and day out, but personally I love it. If I had to give you a favorite sport for which one that I like to ref the most, it'd probably be basketball, which is also probably the hardest sport to ref at the same time. I just like it because it's always very intense, very fast-paced. As a ref, you have to be very into the game, and the refs play a major part in basketball as they would any other sport.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. So now we're going to kick it to Jackson and the Roundtable as they cover MLB baseball and the Cardinals.
Hey, welcome to the Roundtable. My name is Brandon Smith, and I'm hosting another baseball special this week. Here with me, I got Garret West, Hunter Wargo, and Andrew McCraw. 2 weeks ago, we covered baseball and talked about the Rangers a lot. We talked a little bit about the Cardinals, but we have a lot of tweets saying that we didn't talk enough about the Cardinals. So we're here to talk about the Cardinals. But first, let's do a quick statement about the Rangers. Hunter, talk about Yu Darvish. Had an awesome outing, almost a no-hitter, perfect game. Talk about him and then the rest of the team very quickly.
I mean, yeah, he did. Yu Darvish, he started out the season on fire. I mean, he started 2 games. He's got 2 wins. He's got 20 strikeouts in those 2 games, and that's second overall in the league right now with a 1.98 ERA. So I think, you know, he's going to be a pretty standout pitcher this year.
Absolutely. And going back, and I'm trying to keep it quick for the Cardinals fans out there, but Yu Darvish, a lot of questions going in to signing him if he could be the ace for this club. And over the last month of last season into our one playoff game against the Orioles, and then starting out this season, he's been on fire, absolutely, just like you said. So I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in this league. So.
All right, let's make a quick transition here to the Cardinals. Garret West, diehard Cardinals fan. He's even wearing a red tie, got the red cover on the iPad. He'll kill to be a Cardinal. Garret, tell us about the Cardinals, how they look in this season and what's going on in the future.
Well, you know, it's early. It's early in the season. We've got had a lot of question marks coming in. We didn't know how we were going to do at shortstop. We didn't know how Pete Cosmo was going to turn out. He had the success early in the postseason and had a couple errors and kind of hurt us a little bit. But we've really gotten a lot of solidity from him. He's hit the ball well, hitting right around 300, I think about 290. And I think the next thing you talk about is starting pitching. The Cardinals have been able to groom a lot of their talent in their minor leagues, and they've been able to get guys like Trevor Rosenthal, and just get guys in positions to succeed. And for the most part, they have.
Right, and other guys, Joe Kelly, Shelby Miller, also young guys that you're talking about, just stepping it up and doing a great job for the Cardinals, especially in this pitching staff. Their pitching staff is definitely going to need to step up to carry them through the playoffs. And coming into the playoffs, they got teams like the Reds and the Giants they have to face. The Giants are contender World Series champions, and the Cincinnati Reds are always picked at the top. The Cardinals beat them last playoffs. Is that going to happen this year, Garret?
I think it could. I think the Reds are a little bit, overstated in how good they are. I think the Cardinals, they have a lot of upside. If the Cardinals can stay healthy and keep a guy, keep their pitchers pitching well and keep a guy like Joey Votto for the Reds silent, then I think they have a really good chance to keep them from making the playoffs.
You can never count the Cardinals out, absolutely. I know this, as Rangers fans all around the world know that. You can never count the Cardinals out. Even last year against the Nationals, they looked like they were dead in the water, came back, took that series. So, it's all about building towards that postseason. And if they're there, they're going to be right there and able to make an impact for sure.
Okay, and let's also talk about the Giants. They're another NL team that's a powerhouse. Like I just said, they won the World Series last year. They've got an amazing pitching staff. Tim Lincecum, is not the ace, and he's kind of struggled, but he's still one of the great pitchers on their rotation. They also have guys like Barry Zito and Madison Bumgarner are always stepping up on the rubber and doing an excellent job. And then they got big hitters like Pablo Sandoval and Buster Posey. What do y'all think about them? Where do you think they're going to go deep in the playoffs?
I think you hit the nail right on the head, Brandon. I think Tim Lincecum is key. If he doesn't start producing and kind of hitting his stride to where he has been in the past, then I think they're going to struggle as you get later on in the season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just all about their offense. If Posey stays healthy like he has, and he was the World Series MVP last year, they will go far. I think Lincecum is, like you said, a key. I mean, he did not have the year at all he wanted to last year, coming down really, really poorly. Wound up in the bullpen for most of that series. I think if he does starts off this year really well, then he'll be a big factor for them. They might end up, if he doesn't, he might end up being a factor that they can move on from later and get other pieces to build upon too. So.
All right, yeah, and along with the Cardinals, the Giants, and the Reds, you also have the Braves and the Nationals are two awesome teams. Bryce Harper for the Nationals just is an amazing young guy. Brings a lot of fans to the ballpark. And then you have the Braves with the Upton brothers just doing an amazing job. Justin Upton is just going off, hitting bombs left and right. I know we could talk a lot about this, guys, but that's all the time we have. Be sure to tweet us your thoughts on the Cardinals, Rangers, or any other team that you'd like us to cover. For Brandon Smith, this has been the Roundtable.
Thanks, Brandon. Hey.
No problem.
Well, tweet us your thoughts, OBU sports fans. Tell us what you thought of today's show and also what you want to see from this show in the future. For Brandon Smith, I'm Jackson Carter, and this has been The Rundown.
That's all, folks. Did that sound bad? I said, yeah, all right.
I thought that was fun. All right, okay. Stop right there. And thanks, Brandon.